Hello, Facebook. Okay, postpartum mommies, do you understand this struggle with these little stragglers? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I am coming at you tonight, coming in hot, really passionate, gonna try not to get on a soapbox. But I'd be lying if I said this doesn't trigger a soapbox, because as a, hey Mary, as a personal trainer, as a bodybuilding guru who's done it for a long time, hi Jordan, as somebody who's built a business, 2 businesses now, this is a really, really, really passionate topic for me. I might rub you wrong tonight, okay? But I want to tell you why New Year's resolutions I call bullshit on. I'm going to tell you right now. I call it bullshit. Yes, yes, yes. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Megan. I am a women's empowerment coach, and I teach women how to slay their anxiety and really dig deep to find their beauty inside and out. So we're calling bullshit on New Year's resolutions today. I have a lot of credibility in that. You're talking to a bodybuilder who has done it all at home, all on her own, a personal trainer for 15 years, built a fitness business, now building a second business. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on tonight. So, hi Ashley. Okay, I look stunning. You're so funny. I was just saying the postpartum mommy struggle is real. Give me a 1 if y'all know what I'm talking about. The postpartum mommy stragglers. Okay, so let's talk New Year's resolutions. Why don't New Year's resolutions work? Here's why. Twofold. Hi Victoria. New Year's resolutions tend not to work for 2 reasons. 1, the goals just aren't sustainable. We set out these huge goals, like just ginormous goals that are just not realistic. Or 2, there's no real plan of action. So what happens? We're left thinking it's our willpower. We're left thinking it's a lack of willpower. We're left thinking defeated, like I should have done more. I could have done more. Hey, Jordan. So you're talking to a very black or white, very stubborn, hard-headed bodybuilder, okay? I get it. I'm somebody who's the same way. I set goals. I'm serious. I'm realistic. I have goosebumps, y'all. I'm not going to get on a soapbox. I am not. I promise. I have value for you tonight. But goals that are too big aren't sustainable. You're going to get overwhelmed and shut down. No real plan of action. You're going to get nowhere. You're going to be left feeling defeated, and you're going to do it to yourself, which is even more frustrating because you're going to be stuck in your own head spinning your wheels. Can I get an amen? I know you know what I'm talking about because I live it. With anxiety and depression, that is my normal. Hello, I'm not building thousands and thousands of dollars worth of business by staying in my head, okay? This is taken practice. Like a muscle, it's going to take practice. But we're going to call bullshit on the New Year's resolutions. So it's your headspace, okay? Your headspace has to change. It's not your willpower. It's not that you're not good enough. It's not that you're not capable of achieving whatever goals it is. Typically, with the new year, new life, new excitement, there's 2 things for the most part that we set up to change. 1, our finances. I'm going to be financially free. I'm going to get a hold of my finances. I'm finally going to put $10,000 into the savings. I'm finally going to do this with my finances. I'm finally going to do that. Or 2 is weight loss or body composition change. I know because I've been there, right? But give me a 1 if you have ever gone, okay, this is the year. 2018, I'm going to lose 40 pounds. I'm going to lose a bunch of weight. Or I'm finally going to get my finances under control. Give me a 1. Drop me a 1 if you've said, I'm going to do this. This is finally the year. I'm going to lose the 100 pounds that I've been after. And then not failed, but it didn't happen. Drop me a 1. Okay? So your willpower is only as strong as your willpower is. Hold up, right? Your willpower is only as strong as your willpower is. Let me break it down. It's a state of mind. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? Okay, so your willpower, when you're left feeling defeated, isn't going to get stronger because you felt like, okay, I fucked up, I'm defeated. So if I just think harder next time, I'm finally gonna be successful. It was a lack of willpower. It was definitely my willpower. I just sucked. I caved for that freaking cupcake, and I caved at that barbecue, and I just really wanted that glass of wine, and I caved. Okay, you can't think your willpower into existence. It wasn't your willpower. Your willpower is only as strong as your state of mind. So here's what you need to do. it's really exciting. And I'm not saying if you believe in New Year's resolutions, awesome. But are you doing it because there's this societal norm that everybody's supposed to jump at this on the first of the year? All of a sudden, you're supposed to have new goals and it's just what people are doing, so you're kind of following suit? Or are you doing it because it's something that you are seriously sick and tired of this cycle spinning and you're willing to make it stop? I can't tell you how many times in the middle of the year that I've decided enough is enough of something, or that it's time to jump to the next level in something. I don't wait for the new year. I don't wait for the next Monday. Okay, well, next Monday's really it. I'm really going to do it next Monday. And then next Monday rolls around and you screw up and you have a cupcake and you freak out. Okay, but really seriously, I'm going to get serious next Monday. Do you know what I'm talking about? Drop me a 2 if you totally get what I'm talking about. It's a crazy cycle that you stick yourself into, and it's not necessary. You set yourself up for defeat before it even happens. So I'm going to tell you tonight how to not make that happen. If you can chunk down, what you need to do is kind of reverse engineer. So if you have goals this year, and I do, they're not resolutions. I have goals. I have yearly goals, and I do this all year. I have a yearly goal, I have monthly goals, I have weekly goals, and I have daily goals. So what I do is I take my massive yearly goal or my monthly goal, because I tend to get overwhelmed really easily. I'll be the first one to admit it. I get overwhelmed and I shut down. So if I can take my big goal and reverse engineer it and chunk it down into bite-sized pieces. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. Break it down into bite-sized goals. You are going to stay encouraged, and there's a few reasons for that. So give me a 2 in the comments if you're ready for a change. Seriously, ready for a change. Whether it's finances, whether it's fitness, whatever it is. No resolutions, but I've taken a 2-week break from my life and I have goals for the year. Good, perfect. Sometimes like for me, because I get so stuck inside of my own head and stuck on this stupid hamster wheel, I have to take a break. I was telling my girls, I had a team call last week and I was telling my girls, that's a whole nother story, but it actually allowed me more abundance in my life when I stepped back and allowed the resistance to stop. And that's a whole nother conversation. But okay, so number 1, we need to have a plan of action. We need to reverse engineer the huge goal, okay? Not a resolution. Resolutions are going to leave you, you're going to stick to a resolution for maybe 4 weeks. 80%, statistics show 80% of people that have a New Year's resolution quit before February. Okay? So whenever it is, if you decide right here, right now, tonight, hi Dawn, that a change is necessary, let's look at the big picture. And let's break it down. Let's create a plan of action. If you're trying to build a beauty business, let's create a plan of action. If you are trying to lose weight, let's create a plan of action. Take the big goal. Let's say, for example, you want to lose 40 pounds this year. Totally doable. But if you just say, I'm going to lose 40 pounds and then don't come up with a plan of action, nothing's going to happen. Okay? You need baby steps along the way that are going to keep you encouraged. As you start to see results, you're going to stay encouraged. You're also going to have a plan of action. You're going to feel a lot more in control and empowered to take action when you have a plan of action to follow, right? So, number 1, plan of action and reverse engineer your huge goal. Create sustainable new patterns, okay? It's not your willpower. It's a new mindset. It's a mind shift, okay? 2, declutter your surroundings. For example, let's say it's a fitness goal. In fact, if you would, drop in the comments if your resolutions, or so your big goals, so to speak, are fitness, or if they're money or financial, or if they're business. Let me know what I'm kind of working with here, because I'll give you examples. So declutter your surroundings. For example, let's say your goal is to lose 40 pounds this year. Declutter your fridge, declutter your freezer, declutter your pantry, and not necessarily wipe it out. I'm not one of those trainers that would tell you to throw everything out. I probably should, but I've always gone against the grain. My feeling is if you do it all at once, too much too soon, you're going to, it's here that we have to change. So just because I took all the cookies away from you, it's going to lead you into a meltdown and you're going to want to go to the store and get more cookies. Whereas if you have the cookies and I teach you how to have the cookies in front of you and have the control and the willpower to not consume the entire box in one sitting, you're going to be a lot more successful. That's what I have figured out with my clients. So declutter your stuff. For me, I tend to have really bad OCD. I tend to run on organization. My house is pretty organized. But if you are maybe a messier person, maybe your goal for 2018 is just to get more organized. And so start decluttering. Start in one room. Take that one room and take just that closet, or take just the drawers, and start in one room, and then start in just one corner of that room and break it down. Okay? Because once you get that one room done, you're gonna be like, holy shit, I got the whole room done. Awesome. It feels so good. And you're going to want to go to step 2. So step 1, have a plan of action, reverse engineer your huge goals. Step 2, declutter your surroundings. Maybe your goal is to start working out more. So declutter your workout stuff and set you up a little area in your house, or get you a gym membership, and make a cute, fun workout drawer that's got inspiring, fun, fresh workout pieces. Forever 21, Walmart, doesn't have to be expensive. Old Navy, doesn't have to be expensive, okay? Something that's going to keep you motivated. It's clean, it's good to go, it's already done, easy peasy, pick it up, okay? 3, gut check and daily journaling accountability. People have seen in the last couple of months, I've gotten a lot of questions about the success of my new business. I walked away from a business of 13 years that I busted my ass for to build, and I walked away from it this December. Super scary. But I did it because I was able to gut check myself, and through daily journaling, really pinpointed what was serving me and what wasn't serving me any longer. My bodybuilding, meathead, bro science, black or white, all or nothing mentality was physically damaging my body to the point where my organs shut down. I needed to actually do a YouTube on my whole journey. You guys would shit if you heard the whole journey. But needless to say, I was basically on the verge of suicide. My body was shutting down. My organs were shutting down. My head was toxic. I was so foggy I couldn't function. And I was done. I was done. And through journaling every day, gut checking myself, how is this serving me? How do I feel? How am I ended up started to rewire my brain thought process. Hi guys, hi Brittany, hi Christy. And in that, I kept myself accountable, and before I knew it, things were happening without even trying, just because of changing my headspace. Number 4, work it into your schedule and be realistic. So let's say your big goal is let's stick to the 40-pound example. You want to lose 40 pounds this year. Be realistic. Don't be like, I'm going to lose 40 pounds in January and 12 inches by January 15th. Be realistic in your goals. Don't kill yourself to do it. Be realistic. If you know you're somebody who's not going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go running like Brittany does, she's a badass, then don't set the goal that you're going to get up at 5 o'clock every morning and go running. Work it realistically into your schedule, okay? Start with 2 workouts a week. Break it down. Start with 2 workouts a week. Give yourself bite-sized pieces, bite-sized small wins. As you start to get those small wins, the results start to happen on their own, and your headspace is going to start to change without even realizing it. Because rather than being overwhelmed by this ginormous New Year's resolution, you are every day chunking it down, every week chunking it down to more digestible sized pieces. So when you reverse engineer your huge goal, you end up with small wins that yield results. And this is naturally going to keep you motivated. People ask me all the time, how are you naturally bodybuilding? How do you do it at home? How do you do it with kids on your feet? I just freaking did it. And the more I saw the muscle definition, the more I saw my body change, the more I powered through on a really hard workout when the kids were all over me and I really, really didn't want to do it, but I got it done. It was a win for me. And it kept me motivated in seeing the progress, but in feeling the mental progress. So drop me a 3 in the comments if this seems a lot more attainable and a lot easier than being overwhelmed and shutting down. Give me a 3. Your thoughts rule your life. So if you want a fresh life, you need fresh thoughts. That might be surrounding yourself with fresh people. That might be starting yourself with fresh habits that are going to ultimately bump you into your higher self. So willpower isn't your problem. Case in point, for example, if you don't know, I gave up my fitness business of 13 years because I had to. My body physically shut down. My liver was toxic. My organs were shutting down. I was failing, and I couldn't keep up with it anymore. So about this time last year, I was bodybuilding pretty heavily. If you look pictures from a year ago, I looked totally different than I do now. And I was I was still keeping up on my workouts, still doing my nutrition, but I noticed in my lower abdomen, I started to get this like fat pocket that I didn't have before. Now, granted, I've had 2 C-sections, I've had 2 full-term pregnancies, but I hadn't had this like fat apron before. And I noticed it happening and I thought, well, I just need to work out harder, or I just need to cut my calories, or I just need to pull out the carbs. Well, I'm educated in this stuff, you guys. I know I'm not going to just slash things. So I kept working around things. It wasn't a matter of willpower. If anybody knows I've got the willpower, my body wasn't responding the way I wanted it to. It wasn't a matter of willpower. It was a matter of not honoring what my body was trying to tell me, which was that it was sick and I wasn't listening to it. So willpower is a crapshoot. Willpower is an excuse. If you say, I was just my willpower, I just didn't have enough, bullshit. Resolutions, bullshit. Sorry, I'm going to keep it real with you. It's a matter of changing your headspace, having a plan of action, smaller bite-sized chunks. So I had to take a step back and actively listen to my body. I had to change my thoughts around my training. I had to realize that maybe this wasn't my route as much as I loved doing it. Why was I doing it? It had become to a point where I was doing it because it was vain, and I felt like I had to keep it up for a societal norm, and I felt like I had to keep it up because I had a fitness business, and women looked to me for this. And so I was killing myself because I felt like I had to keep up with what people wanted. Big no-no. We learned our lesson. So your willpower is attached to your emotions. As you begin to feel the positive effects of these small wins, and the effects of these small wins, you're going to begin to think in a way that starts serving your highest, best self. It's a law of attraction. It's a law of attraction. So, for example, if you think of your nutrition as a diet, then you're likely to cheat and then throw in the towel and declare defeat. So drop a 4 if you've been there. If you've thrown in the towel and declared defeat because you looked at yourself as a diet and you cheated once and said all hell to it and threw it away, okay? But if you look at food as your fuel and your long-term commitment, it's going to reduce your inflammation. It's going to reduce the brain fog. It's going to help with the immobility. And food can be used as medicine. It's very powerful. It's a way of mindset shift. You're going to stay a lot more motivated when you think of food differently as opposed to a diet, or that you're cheating, or that you can't have this, or you can't have that. Okay? Example number 2. If you have a thriving business, but you're afraid to push through, you want a thriving business, you're afraid to get out of your comfort zone, you're afraid you don't know what to do, so you stay in fear and you stay stuck spinning your wheels. If you stopped comparing yourself to everybody else's journey, took baby steps every single day to grow yourself, your business is naturally going to grow because you are taking yourself to an up-leveled mindset. When you start visualizing yourself as the businesswoman you want to become, you start to act as her. And when you start to act as her, your business and your life starts to manifest at that level. So it doesn't matter whether it's fitness, financial, business, doesn't matter. If there is something you want, act as if you have already achieved it. Don't fake it till you make it. Fake it until you feel it. Your emotions, your willpower is connected to your emotional state. If you can get into that higher vibe, higher mindset, the rest of it's going to follow, and it's going to follow easily. You're going to be blown away at how easily that weight comes off, or how toned your body becomes, or how the financial abundance starts to roll in, or how your business starts to grow, because you're holding yourself differently. It's a different standard. It's not arrogant. It's not to say I'm better, I've got it all figured out, etc. It's not like that. But if you can get yourself up there, it's naturally going to flow. So when you follow the path of feel, decide, commit, follow through, and look, the look will happen almost effortlessly because you're not creating the resistance around it, which is what I was doing for so long. So learn from my mistakes. So that said, if that helped you at all, drop a 5 below and let me know. I would love to know. You guys have seen, I changed directions. I gave up my fitness business of 13 years of blood, sweat, and tears that I built. I let it go in mid-December, which was hard, but at the same time equally free, because it has opened my world up to abundance that I didn't know was possible. Hi Jill, hi Chantel. So if you've seen, I've completely changed directions of my business. I've changed directions in my body. I miss you too, honey. I had to give up bodybuilding, which was the hardest thing I've done in a very long time. The hardest thing I've done. Because more than the physical aspect of not looking like She-Hulk anymore, which I loved, it was the mindset around it. It was really, I didn't realize it, but I was using bodybuilding and the iron and I just thought it was a way that I was like just taking out my anxiety, because I do have anxiety. And so being physically active and moving your body can physically, get that negative energy out. But what I didn't realize is I was using it as a crutch. And so when I was pissed off, I'd lift. When I was happy, I would lift. When I was sad, I would lift. When I was overwhelmed, I would lift. Well, the problem is I was ignoring the emotional state behind that I should have been journaling and working through. So I was using my lifting and my insane working out as an escape to not have to deal with the emotional traumas and bullshit that needed to heal. So in doing the opposite, I've been working internally a lot. You've seen my posts have changed. My headspace has changed. My business has changed, and my business took off, and it wasn't an accident. It was no New Year's resolution. It wasn't a matter of willpower or lack of willpower. It was finally stepping into my motherfucking power and owning who I am, the gifts I have to offer people, and trusting in my own abilities, and finally working through the emotional traumas, the childhood traumas, all the bull crap that was holding me back for so long, keeping me spinning my wheels. You guys, I had my fitness business for 13 years, and while I've been very successful, I was not nearly as successful in that business as I have been in this business, because I finally took the time to do the emotional work that needed to be done. So if you're struggling to lose weight and your resolutions aren't working, or you don't have enough willpower, you can't ignore the cupcakes, it's not the food, okay? You do too have the willpower. You do too have the ability to manifest what it is you really want. But you need to start working on healing the emotional and psychological behind it. Or it doesn't matter what you do. You can Weight Watchers, you can crash, you can do whatever. Whatever you lose will be temporary until you create a sustainable headspace and heart space. It don't matter. Doesn't matter. You are a badass. That is the best. You guys, if you don't know, I recommend it to every single client, every single teammate that's under me. Every single person in my life needs to read that book. It's amazing. Hands down, changed my life. So if you found any of this helpful, drop a number below. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll go back and read any comments that I missed. Feel free to share this if you found this helpful. With all of that said, if you would love to be attached to me, if you would love to be mentored by me, if you love makeup, if you have financial freedom as part of your 2018 goals, if you are looking for bigger and better and money manifestation and real mindset switches, come join me. For the first time ever, this company's offering free signups for the month of January. And I would love, love, love to mentor you. I would be honored to mentor you. So if you found any of this helpful, let me know. I am going to go finish my wine. How cute is this? #boss. It was made for me by a friend of mine. I have a team call with my girls. I'm going to go train and hang out with them. Any questions, drop them below. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me tonight. Feel free to share.